Hi everybody, I'm Paul McNeil. To those of you who already know me or don't know me, I am a singer and guitar player living in the Hagerstown, Maryland area. And I've been a professional musician for many years, and the purpose of these videos is I want to present some of my favorite songs and ideas and present them in a way where I get to talk about them a little bit. I do this in my live shows as well. I talk about the song a little bit, talk about the artist, and things like that. So I'm calling these sessions, so hopefully that's not too cheesy, but it feels like a session to me, sitting and having a session with you, the viewer. And before I continue, I do want to say thank you very, very much for supporting music. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for going out and supporting your local artists wherever you are, and especially those who come out and support me. I really appreciate it. This is my passion. This is what I love to do, and I've been very blessed to be able to do it for a number of years now. And so I would like to say, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Find the button on there. I see the guys see the big wigs on YouTube. They know right where to point. Find the button on there, like, subscribe, I don't know, but just make sure to share it. Share the link with somebody and let other people see the music as well. I really, really, really appreciate it. So, So the song I want to present for you today is Bluer Than Blue, recorded by Michael Johnson. So Michael Johnson is an American composer and guitarist. He was born in 1944 and sadly passed away in 2017. And I actually always loved this song when I heard it on the radio back in the day and since then. I always thought it just was a really pretty song, very well put together. And so, thanks to the internet, I did a little bit of research on it and found a few things. So I'd like to share a little bit about Michael and the song, and then I'll play a little bit for you. So first of all, Michael Johnson was a gifted, just so you know, I am cheating. There's a paper here. I can't remember all this stuff. Michael Johnson was a gifted guitarist who left school early when he scored a record deal, which is kind of amazing. He had just entered college and he got a record deal based on his writing and his playing, and so he left school and started recording. And he actually worked in a group doing songwriting and recordings with John Denver. So that's kind of cool. Really early brush with greatness there. He actually left the industry for a while and he went to Barcelona, Spain, to study classical guitar and flamenco guitar, which I just think is fascinating. To be in the era of John Denver, great songwriters and all of this, and he was writing songs with these great people, and just said, you know what, I want to go focus on my playing. I want to be the best player that I can be. And so that was really pretty cool. So the song, Bluer Than Blue, it was a hit for Michael in 1978. And like most tunes that are favorites of mine, this one has been in my consciousness since before I even played guitar. As a kid, I used to sit under a mimosa tree with a little tiny transistor radio, and I listened to all the radio stations, and I just absorbed the music. The music was just so great. And so this has been in my head for a long time. And so when I started doing solo acoustic work, it was definitely it was definitely something that I wanted to work on. And so what's interesting is I'm looking here at his date of passing, which is 2017. And actually it kind of makes sense. I think it was right around then. I probably heard of his passing and then remembered this song, and I went and I looked up some things. And so, I always want to give credit where it's due. The version that I play of this song, it's based on a live YouTube version that I found that Michael recorded later in life. And one of the things that he was well known for in his performances was his his easygoing nature. Here's a guy who'd been in the industry for a very long time, and he brought the audience into the music and let them enjoy it with him. So I really want to give credit there. on that. So a little bit about the song. The song was actually written by a famed songwriter. This is something I only just recently learned. The guy's name is Randy Goodrum, and Randy Goodrum actually wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people. So what's neat about songwriters like this is they've written these songs that people hum and sing and listen to all the time, and they could stand next to you in the grocery store and you wouldn't even know it was them. And I think that's pretty neat. So one of his most famous songs was a song that, one of his first songs actually, that he tried for years and years to sell. So he wrote it, he recorded a demo for it, and he went to all these record companies and artists and said, hey, try this song. Ended up, he finally sold the song. He was actually about to give up on the song, and just because he'd gotten enough rejection on it, and he finally sold the song to Anne Murray, and the song was You Needed Me, which was just like a huge hit for her. And another really fun fact about Randy Goodrum, again, I just learned this, was that he actually wrote 2 big hits for Journey's singer Steve Perry. Okay, he wrote Oh Sherry and Foolish Heart, which are also some just great songs that I personally love. So that's a little bit about the song. Now I'm going to play it for you. I hope you enjoy it. After you go, I can catch up on the reading. After you go, I have a lot more time for sleeping. And when you're gone, seems like things are gonna be easier. Life will be a dream, It really should be sad, but I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only life this empty room has ever had. Life without you is gonna be bluer than blue. And after you go, I have a lot more room in my closet. After you go, I can stay out all night long if I feel like it. And when you're gone, I can run through the house screaming. No one will ever hear me. I really should be glad, but I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only life this empty room has ever had. Life without you is gonna be bluer than blue. Don't have to miss my TV shows. I can start my whole life over. change the numbers on my telephone, but the nights will sure be colder. And I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only life this empty room has ever had. Life without you is gonna be bluer than blue. Bluer than blue. Well, that's Bluer Than Blue by Michael Johnson. So if you're just tuning in at this point, my name is Paul McNeil. I am a guitar player and singer in the Hagerstown area. If you're ever in town, hope you get a chance to come out and say hello while I'm playing a performance. So I'm calling this thing sessions because one of the things I want to do is I want to play the song, which I just did. And if you like it, you can rewind and play it over and over again. That's the beauty of the internet, right? But I also wanted to talk a little bit about the songs because one of the things I think is great, it's a favorite thing of mine of being a performer is after you spend a lot of time playing these songs, a few hundred times practicing them and then a few thousand times playing them in front of people, you start to realize there's certain elements of the song that just really click with you and that you really like. And I thought that it would be fun to go ahead and share some of that information. So, first thing I want to say about the song is, the chorus. There's a song called by Blues Traveler called The Hook, and it says the hook's what brings you back. And in this song, that's definitely it, the bluer than blue part. And what's cool about it is it's two notes, bluer than blue, but then he repeats it over an altered chord, and then this chord. That's cool. That's for the guitar geeks in the world and that are tuned in. That's an F over a G. But what's really neat is so he's playing that B note over the F, which actually makes it a diminished over G. So it adds this really cool tension and this really richness to it. But it's that hook, the bluer than blue, sadder than sad, you're the only life. So that's the first thing. It's so neat. It really builds that tension, which takes you to the, you take a breath. The only life this empty room has ever had. So I really like that a lot. One of the other things is anybody who's ever watched me knows I'm super guilty of I almost never play a straight E chord. Not that they're not great, because they're right there. But I almost always play it as an add 9 or an add 2, however you want to look at it. And especially on pretty love songs. It's like sitting on a big giant, it's like sitting on Cadillac seats. It's big. Oh, that's definitely not it. But there you go. It's really big, and it's got all this richness and this texture. It's just so you can really just get tasty with it. So the next part is I'm a big fan of a song that you can mess around with the tempo, and this is one of those songs because to me, it's the introspection of. Yeah, let me try that again. The introspection of the song. Here's a guy and he's talking about a love that he just lost. And there are some songs that you definitely you have to nail down the tempo when they can't really move. It's got to be right there, but this isn't one of them. I love that on this song, it's got that little pickup. You can put a little breath there, You can really play with it. After you go, I can catch up on my reading. that's always kind of nice, you know, when you can add that kind of thing. And and by the way, that's another one of the things I love about this song. I can go on and on. One of the other things I love about this song is when it goes to the minor, and he puts this lick. So you know, that's really simple. It's a E minor 7 add 9 or add 2, whatever you want to call it. But what's great about it is it's giant. It fills up the whole guitar, and one of the neat things is that you can throw that lick into any song that's in the key of E minor or G. And what's really neat is you can walk all over it with your bass line. So switch to the 4 chord, switch to the 5. So that's one of those neat little things, you know, as you come across it when you're playing, and you think, wow, man, I can throw that in anything, and it just works. So one last thing I want to say about it is, you know, I have no way of knowing how much of the arrangement that's on the radio or in recordings is actually Michael's, but knowing his backstory, knowing that what a gifted and talented guitar player he was, I definitely think that a lot of his heart went into putting that song together, and I have an immense debt of gratitude for the guy, because it's one of my favorite songs to play. I can play it over and over again. Last thought on it, I just think, again, this thing is brilliant at the end, because it brings that back, a little reprise, and then this. A little taste of blues in there. So there you go. That's Michael Johnson's Bluer Than Blue. My name's Paul McNeil. I'm very humbled that you tuned in and listened. I hope you share this with some friends. I'm hoping to do a bunch of these because I've got a whole bunch of songs and they're all my favorites. So you're going to hear me say that. If you play a drinking game with these videos, don't drink every time I say favorite, because I probably will say it about 20 times in every video. So I want to thank everybody for joining, and I hope to see you again very soon. And again, please like the video, share the video, and share it with some other friends. But one last final thought. If you do nothing else, take care of each other and go out and enjoy some music with one another. Talk about the music and enjoy it, and I hope you do that. Thank you very much. God bless.